Am I the a-hole for planning a girl's trip on my wedding anniversary date? My husband 42 and I 37 have our 10-year wedding anniversary coming up soon. This has been a long year for both of us as I was diagnosed with cancer and have been dealing with the treatments for the past year and have finally been declared cancer-free. During the treatment my husband has been amazing and has used almost all of his vacation time to make sure that I was being taken care of. Of course this meant that he doesn't have any time to take a week off for our upcoming 10-year wedding anniversary to go do something fun. I of course still wanted to celebrate being cancer-free, so I booked a tropical getaway trip with one of my best friends so I could get away and celebrate. Due to the scheduling of my friend, the only time that worked best for her was during the same time that my wedding anniversary falls on. I figured this would be fine since my husband couldn't take any time off to go anywhere anyway. I told my husband that I was taking the trip after everything had been booked, and he ended up getting very upset and saying that taking the trip on our anniversary date and not discussing any of the plans with him prior to booking everything made him feel like he didn't matter. Of course this is not true. I still love him, but I really wanted to get away and have some time to have fun again. I told him that once he has some vacation time saved again that he can book us a trip and we could enjoy some tropical time together then. I really didn't want him to feel like he wasn't allowed to do anything fun. Am I the a-hole for planning a trip with my friend on my wedding anniversary date and not informing my husband until after everything was booked? Update. To answer a few questions brought up. I do have a job and was able to work reduced hours while using my sick days for appointments and the surgery/recovery. My husband's work would not allow for him to use his sick time for this, so he had to use his vacation days. The cancer I had thankfully wasn't as severe as some people's family members here. But it still took many appointments, a surgery to remove most of it plus lymph nodes, and then the resulting radiation therapy and follow-up appointments. I have decided that I would push back the trip and leave the day after our anniversary so my husband and I can spend our anniversary together. I did apologize to my husband for booking the trip without talking about it with him first. He has had no issues with me taking time to spend with my friends in the past, and I honestly didn't think he would mind that much. My friend is obviously upset with this as she has to reschedule her days off as well as parts of the trip that she contributed to, but I hope she understands the situation. I want everyone to know that I really wasn't trying to be the biggest asshole on the planet. This has been a very stressful time and I am just trying to keep everyone happy as I care about everyone in my life. Why not just cancel the trip altogether? Canceling the trip at this point would be a huge blow to my friend. I've already got her to agree to reschedule, and changing my thoughts again to fully cancel would put a financial burden on her as most of the trip expenses were non-refundable. She is already upset and is focusing that anger on my husband as she blames his reaction for the change and isn't budging on that opinion. I think I can live with this as they never really got along in the first place. I told my husband that he shouldn't take her anger personally, and to just ignore her if she makes any comments about him. I really don't want everyone to be full-blown at each other's throats as things are tense enough as it is.
Commenter says you the a-hole. You're backing your friend over your husband, and placating her irritation because you think you can take your husband's love for granted. Since you're assuming it will always be a constant, this makes you a huge asshole, and your friend an even more massive a-hole. Your friend openly showing animosity toward your spouse is the problem in this scenario. The fact that she makes comments about him, that you not only allow, but you have the nerve to tell him not to take personally, shows just how far up you have your head. One day your husband is going to decide he deserves better treatment, and he's going to leave you.
OP replies, I don't think that I'm taking his love for granted. I really appreciate all that he has done for me before and after the cancer diagnosis. My friend has always been a bit hostile towards men in general. She hasn't always had the best luck with relationships, which could explain her attitude, but she is a great person that I've known for decades. This is why I told my husband to not mind her comments. I really don't think that any of her comments are personal attacks on anyone.